I'm back again with another one, and this is my Gamma 1 and 2 profile, or Gamma 2, as we like to call it. This one is not of the conventional, just for my traditionalist Gamma players. Shield your eyes. But this one I want to go really out of the box with this one. I went super far off the box, even playing cards like these, but I had to reel myself in and just put that on the back burner for next time because I can't consistently yet. Bardock and U7 somebody, but we'll touch on that at the end of the video. But getting on to the beginning, most traditionalists, I say start there. This one, after you bang your way around the barn a few times, but same similar principles. What you want to do is, on your awakened turn 2, flip over, but you need your Z extra card to do that. Generally, the thing is going second is really good, I hear, or first, but that'll determine your play lines. This is the card that lets you awaken early. Then you flip over, where your whole gimmick is being able to effectively use 3 to 6 energy for the rest of the game. Or hopefully, if it's being done right, for the next 2 to 3 turns, because you will be ahead of your opponent energy wise for the next 2 or 3 turns. And what you do it to that is up to you. Also, watching game for so long and be consistent yet the same, I felt there was like a higher ceiling to go, especially when you're playing both turns. And we'll get into that in a minute. But like I said before, he can accelerate his energy, and at the same time, at the end of the turn, they all have to go back. So might as well get the most of it or use it while you still can. And that's his kind of like catch to him. And when you accelerate his energy, you only can play red ribbons for the turn, but that is fine. And that is the objective we're going to do. So getting on to the deck profile after we kind of mirrored the guidelines, we're going to get into my profile. Starting off with the red ribbon cards. We're playing a whole massive 4 of the cell mix. It's like a barrier blocker that can stand itself back up. You can play from energy for 4. And you stand yourself back up by ditching energy. Really good, really sticky. Against other matchups like green, you want to go into this one, which is the ultimate cell, the bio injury. This punishes them for counterattacking you on its attack. Also, if the turn he's played, he gets double strike. Already naturally got dual attack. Really strong. Like from your turn 2 going second or your turn 3 going forward, you always want to be cycling into either one of these on your turn. Then we have to have a certain amount of multicolors just to start us off for the game. My number is very ambitious. First off, we're running 2 cell and a 21 just for when we get to that sweet spot. Then we're running only 3 Gamma 1 and 2s. And then to round out 10, we're running just 4 super combos. This super combo in particular, this lets me stand up a multicolor energy. So I'm just going to keep flexing one of these multicolor energies back to active mode, just like an extra beam. Then from there, We got a few more red ribbons, or the last 3 red ribbons for the deck. We're running this one. Replaces itself on play. You can pick up an energy. Also, you can send the energy to the drop, so you can stand the red ribbon energy up. That's kind of comes up in kind of the combo for our 8 drops. But that's the whole premise of our turn. Now, let me explain their turn. We made our turn, or their turn, our turn. Our turn, our turn, and their turn, our turn. Hope that doesn't sound too confusing. Which cards that does that? First, we're going to start off with the counter plays. I don't know why people stopped playing this card. Really strong. And it checks their early game really fast. And the fact that you have your early game way before them, it's a plus. Next, we got our other counter plays. I seen the other guy from Cross the Waters running Kusu. I like that. I thought that was cool, but I like, for the most part, if I can help it, resources they can't get back. And I like the fact that he warps a card from hand. Next, we go to the skies for this one, because we're playing 3 Majin Buu, defense, and also builds up Z energy just to use my Z deck. Then this is kind of like the opposite of Gamma, the Gamma 1 and 2, that takes a card from my opponent's hand. This gives a card to my hand and boost up. This got that same principle. I kind of like this better in every other deck besides its own. I can even run an 8 drop in here if I just wanted to fuse. But we'll say that for another day. Next, we got my 4 drops. Interactive Battle, Goku Black, and a Gamma. Only got 1, but these are fine for the time being. I just want to interact as much as I can on my opponent's turn. Also, I want to do things that disrupt them and build Z energy at the same time. One of those things is my 8-drop Gohan. This is a big boy. Not a lot of people see this coming, or not into the quantity that that I'm running it. And this can remove anything off the field, where the 4 drops just remove 4 or less on everything that ran into it, depending if you have the energy open, or you can just spot remove it automatically. And with that is, for the most part, the air as I described it. Then we don't have infinite energy to do all that, so we have to run 4 Sensu Beans. Still the best blue card in the game. Anybody ask me what blue? I'm not gonna say Beast Gohan or Broly. I'm gonna say Sensu Bean. Sensu Bean makes everything happen. Then we got 2 Monakas, because sometimes I just blow up my Bukam and just play another one, and just play a Monaka and have my leader swing twice with double strike. I've done that before. I got it on cam. But having a 30k strike leader, or double strike leader, is pivotal. And this is just my flavor of the month on it, on how I want to play it. I'm running 3 trunks because we do go into our unison, and also this is more positive advantage in my favor, and it's a 1 energy double strike, which is really good. Spirit boost 1. And for our last cards, which are 3 negates, 2 of them being 17, we do want to punish the hand size. And for our final one, which is Hatch, it can be a beast hunt to raise the ceiling, but in the beta form of grinding various matchups, this is just like a safety net until like I rip the band-aid off and we go beast. Alright, going into the Z deck now, I guess. Let me see. Frame. Yep. Got our 2 Bocons. I kind of wanted to troll and make it 3, but it is what it is. But 2 is enough. I only go into it twice at most. Then we got 2 Deborahs. Really good card. It's another form of barrier removal. Then we go into our 3 18s. If we can, or if we have to go first, we want to set this up as the main priority. Against a fast matchup, you can do it the turn after. A turn after because you want to defend. Slow matchups, you want to get this online and start hand ripping them. Hand ripping them and standing up the energy. That is the play. Then we have a baby. I got a Janemba somewhere. This probably will be a Janemba, but same purpose. Just a barrier to turn on my 17 if there's a need I need to have it early. Then we got this to make our Gamma look a little bit scarier. And also, if they got too many cards in hand, we can knock that down. And everybody's favorite clown. I almost wanted to throw an Arinsu in here just to get the double swing on it, but that is pretty energy stingy of me. I think I can just do this instead of a cell and just rip the hand, but this probably could be something else. Going on to my sideboard for this Gamma. Let me just set this down. I don't really do it too much over the moon. We got 4 Gohan. This is one of the strong, debilitating cards of its kind for most people. Then we got 2 Trunks just for like more barrier removal and indestructible. We already got the big bodies. Trunks always packing his sword. If nothing else, to get us energy back while we have unisons. Just so we can extend on their turn. Love doing that. Then we got 3 absolute release bowls. I run the simple principles of 3s and 4s. Makes life easier. And for our last card, 3 peel off shoe and mine. Because people hate when this card interact with them. And you want to be active on both sides of the turn. And that's how this deck is mainly supposed to function. I wanted to do the really cheap stuff with the Bardock, but I only have one Bardock. Otherwise, I would be doing level 7 combos every game. But instead of shooting the 7 combos out the ceiling, we just do the big body 8 and 9s and interact on the turn. But we get some more gameplay on it. I still like the old Gamma, but it still seemed incomplete. And I think that's why a lot of people hopped from it, because like I thought this was gonna be like go further at our US nets, but it stalled out. And like most of the people who had relative success with it in the previous regionals, they just went to another blue deck. Man, they wasn't loyal. But hey, go where you can win, or do it up where you can win. But I feel like there's ways to improve the traditional list or make it more consistent. Cause like one thing I hated about the traditional list is like I always have to hope to hit the top card rate, and I don't like the hope and guess. That's why I ran the addition of, or just added another layer on like the traditional list, which was the trunks, which lets me stack the top cards of my deck. Same with uh this 2 cards that let me do it without losing energy, as well as until we meet again. And that was pretty big and just helped me path out my turns well more correctly. And let me grab the other cards that I had in conjunction with that. Another big player that centers the next few cards, like this android right here, one of the most slept on synergy cards that nobody plays. Nobody at all. And that's crazy to me, because she grabs all the cards I mentioned before. UI Command Man, D Magic, Beers, Trunk Sword Slash. You need an insert and an extra card, she grabs it off the top 7. She digs deeper than most others. I'm like, that's crazy that we like kind of just stopped using her. I thought she was going to be the Raven Android 16 when we got that promo not too long up after, but nah. But I think this been it for my super crazy shenanigan list, but you don't have to believe me. Just watch TV. Just watch and just see how it is. But I always wanted to do something crazy, and at the same time, I didn't want to be too constricted with having to play in the lines of like these 3 cards right here. One, where is the Jiro and the 17? I don't even think I ran 17. Nope, I didn't run 17 at all. And also the Android Jiro and the 17. Because I'm like, that's more space, more length. I know how the deck ultimately functions and how to work underneath or beyond it. And that lets me experimentate with a lot of other different things. I wish I had the Jiro in the 17 just for the sake of video on that. But it is what it gotta be for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next time for this Super Spice Gamma profile. Later.